Maritime history is the study of human activity at sea. It covers a broad thematic element of history that often uses a global approach, although national and regional histories remain predominant. As an academic subject, it often crosses the boundaries of standard disciplines, focusing on understanding humankind's various relationships to the oceans, seas, and major waterways of the globe. Nautical history records and interprets past events involving ships, shipping, navigation, and seafarers. 1. Maritime history is the broad overarching subject that includes fishing, whaling, international maritime law, naval history, the history of ships, ship design, shipbuilding, the history of navigation, the history of the various maritime-related sciences, oceanography, cartography, hydrography, etc., sea exploration, maritime economics and trade, shipping, yachting, seaside resorts, the history of lighthouses and aids to navigation. Maritime themes in literature, maritime themes in art, the social history of sailors and passengers and sea-related communities. There are a number of approaches to the field, sometimes divided into two broad categories: traditionalists, who seek to engage a small audience of other academics, and utilitarians, who seek to influence policymakers and a wider audience. Historiography: historians from many lands have published monographs, popular and scholarly articles, and collections of archival resources. A leading journal is International Journal of Maritime History, a fully refereed scholarly journal published twice a year by the International Maritime Economic History Association. Based in Canada with an international editorial board, it explores the maritime dimensions of economic, social, cultural, and environmental history. 3. For a broad overview, see the 4-volume encyclopedia edited by John B. Hattendorf, Oxford Encyclopedia of Maritime History, Oxford, 2007. It contains over 900 articles by 400 scholars and runs 2,900 pages. 4 other major reference resources are Spencer Tucker, edition, Naval Warfare and International Encyclopedia, 3-volume, ABC Clio, 2002, with 1,500 articles. In 1231 pages, and ICB Deere and Peter Kemp, eds., Oxford Companion to Ships in the Sea, 2nd edition, 2005, with 2,600 articles in 688 pages. 5. Typically, studies of merchant shipping and of defensive navies are seen as separate fields. Inland waterways are included within maritime history, especially inland seas such as the Great Lakes of North America, and major navigable rivers and canals worldwide. One approach to maritime history writing has been nicknamed rivet counting, because of a focus on the minutiae of the vessel. But revisionist scholars are creating new turns in the study of maritime history. This includes a post-1980s turn towards the study of human users of ships, which involves sociology, cultural geography, gender studies and narrative studies. 6. And post-2000 turn towards seeing sea travel as part of the wider history of transport and mobilities. This move is sometimes associated with Marcus Radiker and Black Atlantic studies, but most recently has emerged from the International Association for the History of Transport, Traffic, and Mobilities, T2M.